What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the 1500 HD. We're actually going to be putting knock sensors in, and this is going to be kind of like a how-to video to do that. So I'm going to flip it around, we're going to go to the truck, and I'm going to kind of go over where we're going to start, okay? Alright, so we're going to start with just getting some of the basic stuff out of the way. Hold on, that's too much there. We're going to pull the intake tube off. We're going to take the throttle body loose, go ahead and get the injector plugs undone and get all the basic stuff loose and out of the way, and then we'll start trying to get that intake off. So let's go ahead and take some things loose. I'll pick y'all up when I get some stuff out the way, and then we'll continue showing how to do this. Alright guys, so we pretty much got everything we need to get loose. I'm going to kind of show you what all we've taken off and kind of go over everything. You may do it differently. This is just how I do it. This is the easiest way I found to do it. Some may have a different way, but here we go. So like I said, we're gonna go over, I did take the throttle body loose. You've got 3 bolts. They're all 10 millimeter. It's actually very simple truck to work on. Everything's pretty much an 8 and a 10 that you're gonna need to take off of this, which is the 10 that holds this harness on. Then you got 3 10s back here for that bracket that holds the engine cover in place. You've got sensor here, your knock sensor harness right there, which we're replacing. Oh yeah, purge valve. You got to take the line loose on the purge valve, or you can unbolt it. Of course, you have 8 injectors on the older trucks. Some of this PCV stuff isn't here, and you have an EGR, so there is a big difference between the older and new trucks. So, but as you can see down there, let's see, yep, all those injectors are unplugged, got all the bolts loose. So we're ready to pretty much just pull this intake. I'm actually gonna move it back, pull the throttle body off, because I'm not taking this radiator hose off just to pull the throttle body off. I'm just gonna scoot the throttle body back, or the intake back, pull the throttle body off, and then pull it out, because it's gotta come out this way, because it doesn't really have much room to go up and out. So we're gonna do it like that. Oh, June bug flew on my shirt. Get out of here, bastard. And then, of course, we're gonna pop these fuel lines off. Actually, I've got the 3/8 tool for that, and I actually might try to show you all this. Word to the wise, you might want to just pull the fuel pump fuse and let it run so it bleeds off fuel pressure, so you don't get gas all over you. I didn't do that because I honestly don't care. No, hold on. I may have to fight this one. It was fighting me the other day when I tried to get it off. Oh yeah, okay, hold on. Give me just a second. I might be able to just CG8 y'all to where I can finagle the camera. Oh yeah, that might actually work. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah, that'll work. It's upside down, but hey, what works, right? So, trying not to block y'all's view, but we're trying to get this locked into at least those tabs. There we go. I felt it release. Oh, I did bleed off fuel pressure. Look at that. There's no fuel. Oh, well, there is fuel in the lines. It's dripping everywhere. Making a mess. And then we got that's your supply. And then we got the return. I think I need to put a fuel pressure regulator on this, because after it sits for a minute, it bleeds off fuel pressure really bad. And there we go. The lines are loose. I smell like gas. I smell gas everywhere. I'm ready to try to pull this intake now. Now, I may not record that portion because it is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we're definitely going to get this off, and I'm pretty confident it's super freaking dirty underneath there just from the little bit I see. I mean, you can see the dirt all over the place over there. So let me try to finagle this off, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with the camera. Let me zoom out, because I think that's, yep, there we go. So all that's got to go from here and get set there, and then we can start pulling knock sensors out. So give me just a second, and let's get this pulled off and move forward. All right, y'all, I am extremely disgusted by removing this intake. I mean, I've never seen this much rat shit under an intake before, so I'm assuming there was a critter living in there at some point, and he didn't make it, or he ran away. One of the two, I don't know, but it's rough. Look at this. I mean, hold on. I mean, just look at that. Oh my God, dude. That is all shit. for the lack of better words. That is poop to the extreme. You can definitely tell this was a farm truck because rodents were definitely living in here. This is disgusting. We're gonna get this cleaned up. I'm gonna actually not record this portion. I'm gonna actually just take the time, clean all that up, because that's not really anything y'all need to see. Just make sure you put some rags in the ports so nothing gets down in there. I mean, a little bit of stuff here and there, as long as it's not metal. Usually the engine will just eat it up, spit it back out. There won't be any problems. Now, something metal gets down in there, whew, she's gonna be a party, son, because it's gonna beat the hell out of that piston, probably get stuck in a valve, whatever. If it gets past the valve, gets to the piston, it's gonna have a good time. So just a heads up, be very careful when you're cleaning these, and don't be blowing stuff everywhere without having those ports either taped off or something stuffed in them. Because I definitely don't recommend it. It's not a good time when you have to dig rocks or whatever, because it's dirt, deposits, all that stuff gets down in there, and it just makes a hell of a time. So don't recommend it. Take your time with it. Be slow. I'm about to go get a shop vac, and I'm fitting to vac all that out of there. I'm not touching that or sweeping that. I'm just gonna grab the shop vac, vacuum it out of there, and then we're gonna get to scraping and clean this up. So hang tight, and we'll pull them knock sensors out, see how they look. The harness actually looks pretty okay. I could have probably reused it, but I'm not going to because I bought a new one. There's no sense in doing all this work and not putting a new knock sensor harness on it. I hate when people half-butt do stuff. You've gone this far, why not put the dang harness on? So give us just a minute. I'm gonna battle this mess. All right, so now we use the rat poop circulator 9000 to remove all the rat feces and dirt and every debris that I could possibly get out of here before I continue forward with cleaning this. As you can see, we've already pulled the caps for the knock sensor harness. That's gone. It's actually right there on the ground. It was definitely not reusable. Probably original, maybe, don't know. And then we also put rags in the intake ports. So let's see if we can maybe fix this thing. I mean, I don't know, possibly, maybe, we'll see. So let's get to moving forward. Let's get to cleaning this bad boy up. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Get yourself a set of good scrapers. I got a couple of them. This one's going to be probably my favorite for this because we do have a lot of tight bends and stuff. And it's got a little, I think, what, I don't know if that's a 45 or not, but does it say on it? It doesn't say, but it's going to work for what we're doing. So, and also, I can't stress this enough. My work charges $65 to do this. $65 to pull a throttle body off and clean it. Look at that. That is absolutely disgusting. You know, you'll be surprised how much that affects fuel economy and throttle performance. Prove me wrong. But let's get this all scraped up. I'm probably going to put y'all on time lapse. I'm going to try to do this while recording. So, forgive me if it doesn't look the best. Like a split second, but putting these knock sensors in was an absolute nightmare. There was tons of rust stacked in both of them, and it just, man, it sucked, especially this one. This one was the worst one. I actually had to run a thread chaser through to get all the stuff out of it just to put that new one in. This one wasn't bad though. I got it in no problem. But take a look at this, guys. I mean, wow, that's definitely original. No wonder this thing was throwing knock sensor codes. So now we're gonna get the harness together. We're gonna do a little extra. We're gonna put silicone around each hole and the wire so no water or moisture gets down in there again, and help try to prevent this problem from happening. So give me just a second. I'm gonna get everything together, put it on there, show y'all how pretty it is when it's all done up, and then we'll move forward from there. Well guys, I know it doesn't look the best, but oh, let me zoom in. But putting a little silicone there and actually around these edges here really do help seal that off and keep stuff from getting down in there. Most guys will say I'm overdoing it, but I think I'm doing just the right amount to prevent future maintenance with these, at least till they get old, brittle, and cause problems again. But now we can get these rags pulled out of here. I've actually got a lot of rat poop that fell down in all of them. I tried to prevent that from happening, but pulling the intake, unfortunately, made it a little bit easier for all that stuff to get down in there. So I couldn't prevent that. So now I got to kind of figure out how I'm going to get it out of there. A vacuum would work, an air blower would work, but unfortunately I don't have an air blower. All I have is a vacuum because we're at my house and I don't have a compressor here. So I'm going to try to figure it out, or at least minimize it a little bit, because I mean, I don't think a lot's going to hurt. I mean, it's just poop, so it should be able to compact it, blow it out the exhaust, and just move on. So let's get that done, get this intake back on, put these new gaskets on, and hopefully this thing will clear that check engine light and it'll run a whole heck of a lot better. At least I'm very hopeful. I mean, it is an old farm truck. I did expect a little bit of some funky hickey-dooery in here, and I got exactly what I expected. So we're gonna get it all back together. Just hang tight. I wish I could hold this camera and record all this and you see everything, the whole full process, but I'm gonna try to get as much information for you guys as possible in this video. That way any of you do-it-yourselfers can get this done. I mean, it's a pretty simple job. On the 03 through 07 style, this is what this truck is. 03, first year of the new designed intake that didn't have the EGR built on the exhaust running to the intake, and it was fly-by-wire. So this wire makes it a lot easier versus, you know, having to take a million other things off. But they're not that bad. They do suck, but just not too terribly. And you know what? I really hate myself right now because I got to take that trash can apart and or not trash can, the vacuum apart, and get the 10 millimeter I dropped to the throttle body out of it. That sucks, but oh well, it is what it is. So let's move forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment of truth. We're gonna prime the fuel system. I have not started this truck. I wanted y'all to be a part of this, so we're gonna go ahead and try to get her started up. Fingers crossed it pushes all that rat shit through it and it just runs just fine. It's probably gonna run like garbage for a few minutes till it gets all of it out of there, and then we'll be free and clear. But I'm gonna show y'all real quick the engine all reassembled, intake, everything back on it. All right, so we got the intake back on, all the sensors hooked back, throttle body back on, our intake, air intake back on, all the injectors hooked up, obviously, alternator plugged back in, everything's back the way it's supposed to be. You can see the brand new knock sensor harness. So we're gonna go in the truck, we're gonna prime her up, see what happens, hope for the best. I wish I could leave the camera out there with it, but. Oh. All right, here we go, guys. Let's prime her up. I hear fuel. I hear the pump running. That's a good sign. Let's see if it starts. Oh my gosh, I hope this thing runs fine. What's on fire? The hell's on fire? Okay, that's kind of concerning. That didn't smell like exhaust. Hold on a second. All right, y'all. That was weird. Kind of smelled. Well, you know what? I didn't think about it. All that dust, dirt, debris, and even there was some minor grass that fell down those valves. I bet you that was the fire. But I don't see anything that caught fire or was burning. I'm looking at the engine right now. Hold on. Everything looks okay to me. I don't know what that was. It's since come and gone though. I don't see anything on the belt that could have been rubbing, maybe. Oh, that was weird. Let's start it back up. Hope for the best. Belt, nothing. Okay. Move this light. I'm probably gonna back it out of here in case something happens. Grab the hose, put it out real quick. All right. Fired right back up. Back it up. I'll just sit out here and run. You hear the exhaust leak. Maybe. that's an exhaust leak? Sounds pretty okay. Smells horrible though. Definitely an exhaust leak. Alright everyone, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. The truck did amazing. No complaints whatsoever. It ran great. Actually ran so great that may not be in my ownership anymore. But stay tuned for that in the near future. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe. Take care. Have a wonderful day.